lot of us were waking up to that fresh snow on the ground. If you didn't notice it as much on the ground, you noticed it on your car for sure. Not enough to cause major issues here, but it did slow down people this morning. Might have been difficult with a lot of slush in different neighborhoods as well out on the roads. We have News 4's Katie Alexander. She kept an eye on the road conditions for you all morning on Wake Up and joins us now with more from Ken Moore.
Well, Teresa, we're dealing with some very small, very light flakes here in Kenmore right now. The heaviest of the snow has come and gone, and the plows here did a good job keeping up with that snow as it fell. But here in Kenmore, like so many other places, the overnight parking ban has already been lifted for the season. So that meant that plows had to have that extra challenge of maneuvering around the cars that were left on the street overnight. Around our region, plows were really out in force doing all that they could to keep up with that snow. It was a challenge in some places when the snow was really flying fast, or especially when the drizzle was freezing down on the road. Certainly some slick spots for drivers around our area. Obviously in Western New York, snow in April is really not a surprise, but especially after the warm-up we had not too long ago, a lot of people say the snow now is not exactly a welcome sight.
I think it's a little too late for snow. I would rather be out on the golf course.
And the problem you run into is when it gets some wet snow on top of the warm underneath and a cold enough weather, it actually tends to want to pack a lot faster. And if you don't get out there in time, you get that layer of ice and packed up snow on there, and it takes a little bit more to get it off.
Now, that highway department worker we just heard from says their state contract requires them to keep the plows on their trucks until at least April 15th, but he says they'll probably keep it on longer than that. They'll keep those plows on their trucks till probably the end of April, because after all, even though the calendar might say this is spring, we could see some more winter weather for a while. Reporting live, Katie Alexander, News 4.
Katie, thanks. This